everyone, my name is Julia. I'm a product marketing manager at Oboard. Today, I would like to share with you some basic principles of OKRs, their benefits for business, and how you can set effective OKRs in your company. I will also provide you a few first-hand practical examples to illustrate the OKR framework, as here at Oboard, we help hundreds of enterprises and organizations successfully implement and manage their OKRs. So, if you are planning to adopt OKRs in your company, you can actually use Oboard apps like OKR Board for Jira to set, track, and report on OKRs directly in the tools you use for everyday work. Jira, Confluence, Salesforce, or just as a standalone app. This is our first video about OKR fundamentals, and if you find it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for updates on new videos. Let's start first with the foundation. OKRs are a goal-setting framework that helps businesses define and track their objectives and key results. OKRs promotes transparency, alignment, and continuous improvement within a company. It helps ensure that everyone is working towards common goals and priorities, regardless of their position or department. The OKR framework was popularized by Andy Grove at Intel and later adopted by companies like Google, where it played a significant role in their success. However, now, OKRs are widely used across industries and companies of various sizes as a powerful goal-setting framework to drive performance and results. So, what are the objectives and key results exactly? Objectives are ambitious qualitative statements that describe what an organization, team, or department want to achieve within a specific time frame. They represent the desired outcomes that guide the direction and purpose of the whole work. Objectives should be inspiring and outcome-oriented. Key results, on the other hand, are specific, measurable milestones or metrics that indicate progress towards achieving these objectives. They provide a quantitative way to assess and track the success of these objectives. Key results should be specific, time-bound, challenging, yet achievable. Let's look at the examples. The first example I would like to share with you is the objective to introduce OKRs to the entire company by Q3. This objective sets a clear and ambitious target for bringing OKRs into our organizational culture. To achieve this objective, we have identified 3 key results that will serve as important milestones on our path to success. Key result number 1 focuses on training 6 team leads in the OKR framework. By equipping our team leads with a deep understanding of OKRs, we are ensuring that they become ambassadors of this framework within their respective teams. Key results number 2 directs our attention to the importance of strategic goal setting. We aim to write 3 strategic goals for the company. These goals will provide a clear direction and focus for our entire organization. Finally, key result number 3 highlights the significance of technology in effectively managing and reporting on OKRs. We commit to testing and selecting an OKR software that will facilitate the management and reporting of our OKRs. This step is crucial in streamlining our OKR process, enhancing transparency, and enabling real-time tracking of the progress. I have chosen these examples because it represents a comprehensive approach to introducing OKRs throughout the company. Each key result contributes to the overall objective, and they are specific, measurable, and time-bound. By successfully achieving these key results, we will lay a strong foundation for the widespread adoption of OKRs and drive alignment and focus across the company. Additionally, it is essential to establish a specific time frame and key metrics to track progress effectively. And these should be tailored to your organization needs and capabilities, of course. Let's look at another example. Imagine that in your company, you decided that you want to focus all your resources on driving more revenue this year, and you write your objective as drive revenue growth by 25% in 2023 compared to the previous year. This objective is specific, time-bound, and measurable, as it clearly states the desired revenue growth in percentage and the time frame for achieving it. Apart from this objective, you also come up with 3 major key results as to how you are going to measure your progress towards this goal. The first key result sets a target for increasing the average deal size by 15% through particular strategies, namely upselling and cross-selling. And the same is for other two. Both these key results contribute directly to the overall objective of driving revenue growth, and the metrics are clear and oriented in time. These OKRs provide an exact direction for the company and teams and allow for effective tracking and evaluation of progress towards our desired revenue growth goal. But that is not all of what OKRs are for. They serve multiple purposes in business. First of all, they provide clarity and focus by aligning individuals, teams, and departments towards common goals. OKRs help define clear objectives that align with the overall vision and strategy of the business. They provide a sense of purpose and direction for teams and individuals. OKRs also promote transparency, enabling everyone in the organization to understand the overarching objective and their contribution to them. Additionally, OKRs foster accountability and continuous improvement by encouraging regular tracking and evaluation of the progress. This is done with the help of regular check-ins, progress reviews, and learning cycles. But one of the most challenging tasks for our clients is actually to structure their OKRs and break down company goals into department or team goals. And though this topic needs a dedicated explanation, and we plan to make a video about OKRs breakdown, I'm sharing now a typical structure as well as some tips on how to align company's goals with department goals. So, normally, OKRs follow a hierarchical structure. At the top level, there are company's vision and mission, and at a level down, there are strategic objectives that reflect the organization's long-term goals. Each objective should have at least one, ideally up to three, measurable key results, with initiatives and optionally tasks that cascade down through organizational levels. This structure provides focus, alignment, and accountability, driving organizations towards their desired outcomes. And the first tip here is you should try to have as less levels in OKR hierarchy as possible. On what level departments or teams will have their OKRs depend on the business context and organizational structure. But the general principle is to minimize the OKR hierarchy and instead focus on empowering teams to work as directly as possible towards common company OKR. For example, if company OKRs are of cross-team nature and requires tight collaboration across different functions of the business, then cross-functional OKRs might be a good idea. Let's look at one more example where the key results of higher level objectives may become the objectives of the next level down. For example, a strategic objective of increase market share by 5% can cascade into key results for different teams or departments, such as acquire 100 new customers for the sales team or increase the number of qualified leads for the marketing team. One of the superpowers of the OKRs is a teamwork. It's not department heads who prepare OKRs, but entire departments or teams together. If it is a huge company, then it might be a leadership team of the department, but not a single person. So as a tip number 2, you should communicate company-wide OKRs to departments or teams, and then let departments and teams think how they can contribute and what they should do in order to achieve company objectives. A great way of doing this is to have all teams that are codependent have an OKR workshop where they define their OKRs together and coordinate and dependencies between each other. Here at Oboard, we facilitate workshops of this kind for our clients and help them come up with an OKR structure that suits their specific needs and company structure. So our coaches can help on any level, whether you just started implementing your OKRs, want to have better results, or need a thorough review of your current OKR process. Now, let's move on to setting effective OKRs, as it involves careful consideration and thoughtful planning. Here are some basic guidelines to help you with this task. First of all, make sure that your OKRs align with the overall strategic goals and vision of the company. They should directly contribute to the company's success and objectives, and I have already talked about that in details earlier. OKRs should be aspirational and inspire individuals and teams to push their boundaries. They should challenge and motivate people to strive for excellence and drive meaningful progress. Furthermore, you should clearly define your objectives and key results in specific terms that are measurable and quantifiable. This allows for easy tracking and evaluation of progress. You should focus on outcomes, not outputs. You need to emphasize the desired outcomes and impact rather than focusing on tasks or activities. I already mentioned earlier that setting specific timeframes for achieving your OKRs are essential. This helps create a sense of urgency and provide a clear timeline for progress tracking. Limit the number of OKRs to ensure focus and avoid overwhelming individuals or teams. It is recommended to have a small number of high-impact OKRs to maintain clarity and alignment. Foster collaboration and alignment across departments or teams by ensuring that OKRs are interconnected and support each other's goals. You should also clearly define the actions, initiatives, projects, or tasks that will be undertaken to achieve these key results. Assign ownership and accountability for each OKR to specific individuals or teams. And the last one, you need to continuously monitor and review progress towards your OKRs. To keep your OKR relevant, you need to regularly assess and update them based on changing circumstances, new information, insights that come in your way. Now, let's take a look at the visual representation of a step-by-step process to implement OKRs in your company. First of all, to successfully adopt OKRs, organizations need to ensure leadership buy-in. You basically need to gain support and commitment from top-level executives within the organization. It is also essential to educate and create awareness among other employees and stakeholders about OKRs. You need to communicate the purpose and the benefits of OKRs to them. As a second step, list the goals to be achieved as objectives and define key results to measure them. I have already talked about that in details before. Craft OKRs and cascade them. Write down the finalized OKRs and cascade them through the organization, ensuring alignment across different teams and departments. But remember, that is not a single person that defines OKRs, but rather a teamwork. Step 6 is optional and relevant only for very big companies where OKRs are defined by executive or team leads and then are communicated with all relevant stakeholders. Again, it's important to know that OKR should not be driven top-down. As the next step, or actually you can do it in parallel with other steps, find and test a suitable OKR tool, spreadsheet, or any other software that will be a centralized place for tracking, managing, and reporting on OKRs. And finally, the last two steps are about regular tracking and updating progress towards the key results and reporting on the performance. This involves reviewing and updating the status of each key result with the help of regular check-ins. Based on the evaluation, you should iterate and make necessary adjustments to future OKR cycles so that you can continuously improve and refine the process. So, talking about OKR reporting, the basic rules you should follow are, first of all, as OKR should be visible to everyone in the company, the progress should be also monitored and shared transparently, allowing for adjustments and learning along the way. Second rule, check-in meetings to update the progress should be done regularly, ideally bi-weekly or monthly, and focus not only on results, but also on the quality of execution and the learnings derived from the process. So I would like to explain a bit more about OKR check-ins. They should be collaborative discussions involving all relevant stakeholders. You should encourage an open communication where stakeholders provide updates on their progress, address any obstacles or concerns they might have, and also seek input and feedback from other team members. For example, in Oboard for Jira, our clients have a built-in OKR check-in flow, focusing on three major questions. What was done after the last meeting? What will be done in the next period? And are there any blockers? Normally, a team have a meeting to answer these questions as well as update the progress on their OKRs. Actually, the progress can be updated automatically. For example, if you link your tasks to OKRs in Jira and update those tasks, or manually by an OKR owner or stakeholder. OKR check-ins is not something that the team should be afraid of, but rather held in a positive atmosphere that motivates and energizes people. But reporting on OKRs is not only about regular check-in meetings. You also need to have a real-time, instant view of the progress and create an OKR dashboard like the one we have in Oboard for Jira and you see now on the screenshot. This particular dashboard communicates personal progress on OKRs and serves as a visual reminder of your commitment and goals, making it easier to stay on track. In Oboard for Jira, you can also create a custom dashboard, picking particular set of objectives and key results to track. For example, C-level management would like to have a dashboard with the status and progress towards company OKRs. while department heads are interested particularly in the progress of their team. So, such dashboards provide a snapshot of the overall OKR status, enabling management and stakeholders to easily understand and assess the performance toward the set of goals. So to wrap up, dashboard simplifies the progress of tracking, monitoring, and reporting on OKRs. It enhances communication, alignment, and transparency, ultimately driving better performance and outcomes for the organization. Remember that OKRs are not meant to be rigid targets, but rather a tool for alignment, focus, and continuous improvement. Regularly communicate and share progress updates, provide support when needed, and celebrate achievements along the way. And Oboard is here to help you. We provide you with the right OKR tools that smoothly integrate into your everyday work and allow businesses to set, align, and track their objectives and key results. With Oboard, you can actually say goodbye to complex spreadsheets and manual tracking and use our effective OKR solution to empower you and help you achieve your goals. That's all for now. Please like this video so that more people can learn what OKRs in business are. Write your comment or question if you have one. I will try to answer them all. And subscribe to our channel. See you.